Welcome back to Star Atlas Today, your news source for everything that's Star Atlas related. Today's a big day because registration has just opened on the website. You'll see that there's 3 factions that you can choose, and you'll see that there's a lot of information now related to every faction. You have the top player in every organization, the valued asset of the top player, and the number of players in each faction. Now I'll come back to this because that is very important, but if you want to choose your faction, all you need to do is connect your wallet, and you'll see a little button appear here saying, well, I can do it now. Let's say I just connect there. You'll see choose faction appearing. Now I haven't chosen my faction yet, and that's for one specific reason. Once you register, your wallet will be linked to that faction. So I just want to create a new wallet and put all my Star Atlas assets in it and connect with that wallet so that that wallet remains associated with my faction and with my gameplay. So before you FOMO into this, just make sure that the wallet that you have is the one that you'll be using to play the game. That's very important because you won't be able to change afterwards. Now, the second aspect is choosing the right faction. Now, I'm already part of a guild. My guild has chosen a specific faction, and unless you already have a guild and you know exactly what faction they'll be using, because you need to be using the same faction that your guild will be using. So if you don't have any guilds for the moment, you can watch my video about guilds, top right corner, and make sure that you have the right one. If you already know which one it is, then that's not a problem. Just make sure you have the right wallet. Then you can choose your faction and you'll start appearing in the leaderboard. If you want help on the registration process, there's a Medium article that's been posted by AIFA Industry, and I'm not associated with them. I just think the material they provided is pretty interesting. So there's a lot of information regarding the selection that's happening right now, and there was some facts that I thought was quite interesting, and this had to do with, let me just find this, financial perks. So there's a balancing inside of the factions, and there was one aspect that I found interesting, is that if the number of players in one faction is lower than others, then the return on investment will be higher in that faction. Now, I'm not sure if it'll be related to the total numbers or the total assets. I'm guessing it's more around the total assets. So if one faction has less assets than another one, then the returns on investment will be higher in that faction. So that also might be a reason for you to wait before things maybe settle a bit more, so that people have all registered, because there's actually there's no advantage in registering right now. I mean, you can register in a week, it'll still be in the game, and it's not a first come first serve or anything like that. So you can still wait and see when the dust settles where there's more return on investment in a way. So when you check the factions, you can also see the biography or description of every one of these factions. There's a little description, total number of players, and they also mention what the traits of each faction is, what they're strong in, and what are the local resources. So every faction will have specific local resources, and they'll also have specific advantages. So you can go through that, and also maybe that gives you an idea in what you want to specialize in, and maybe that'll give you an idea on which guilds are more interesting for you. Now, another aspect that is interesting is the leaderboard. So if you go into player, you'll see the list of all the players ranked by total asset value, and you can see the faction that they're associated with, and you can do a bit of stalking. So for instance, this first player, you can go into SoulScan.io. There's another one called Solana Explorer or something like that, and you can just copy and paste the wallet address, and then you can actually see what's in their wallet. So this guy, which has $800,000 in asset, has a lot of HOSA posters. And if you click on any of these items, it'll show you what it is. So he's got 10 photonics provenance, and you can just look around, be a stalker. And these are mining drills, so he's got 1,400 of those. But anyway, so everything is public. That's the nature of blockchain. And if you want to see who these people are, what they have as assets, maybe see if they have a calico or interesting ships or something, then you can just look into that. And then the last aspect is today is the premiere of the YouTube video. That will be at 1 p.m. UTC, so make sure you don't miss that. And I'll keep you guys updated if there's anything else. See you guys.